Before we begin with the committee reports, I'd like to congratulate a former employee of ours, only by a few months, who's getting married this next Friday. And I know her father is here right now, so please, on behalf of the entire Board of Education, would you please tell your daughter, number one, we desperately miss her so much, and we congratulate you, the family, and her especially, on the wedding.
Thank you. Congratulations.
And that's one. Okay, we are now going to get to the finance report. Mr. Matisich.
I received the 12 resolutions from Diane this afternoon. I went over them, and I move on the consent agenda on all 12 of them.
Second on that?
A second.
Any discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Thomas Matarazzo.
Yes.
Stephanie Jane. Yes. Jason Kim.
Yes.
Rebecca Lee.
Yes.
John Madison.
Yes.
Yun Min. Yes. Jeffrey Wu.
Yes.
Timothy Yang.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, buildings and grounds, Jason Kim.
Yes, before us, we have 5 consent agendas. I'd like to make a motion to approve it as a consent agenda.
Great. Second on that?
A second.
Any discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Thomas Matarazzo.
Yes.
Stephanie Jane. Yes. Jason Kim.
Yes.
Rebecca Lee. Yes. John Madison.
Yes.
Yun Min. Yes. Jeffrey Wu.
Yes.
Timothy Yang.
Yes.
Great. Personnel, Mr. Wu.
Yes, Mr. President, before you, there are 7 resolutions. I make a motion that we move on all 7.
Great. Second on that?
I'll second.
Any discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Thomas Matarazzo.
Yes.
Stephanie Jane. Yes. Jason Kim.
Yes.
Rebecca Lee.
Yes.
John Madison.
Yes.
Yun Min. Yes. Jeffrey Wu.
Yes.
Wu. Timothy Yang.
Yes.
Okay, next would be curriculum, Mr. Yang.
For you, we have one resolution. I would like to make a motion for the consent agenda.
Great. Second on that?
I'll
Second.
Any discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Thomas Matarazzo.
Yes.
Stephanie Jane. Yes. Jason Kim.
Yes.
Rebecca Lee.
Yes.
John Madison.
Yes.
Yun Min. Yes. Jeffrey Wu.
Yes.
Timothy Yang.
Yes.
Thank you. Negotiations, Mrs. Yang.
Okay, actually, we are very close to close the negotiation for administrators, but we're going to take one more month to go deep in, and then we'll resolve everything next month. But for teachers, we're still talking, so I'm just really hoping, because we began this from February, I was really going to close it before July, but it's really ongoing. There are a lot of matters that we have to go very carefully.
Well, thank you, and I thank you and the committee for your efforts, as with the administrators and teachers on this. I know it's a grueling process, so I appreciate all the time and effort that you put into it, as well as everyone else. Okay, PTA, PTSA, Mrs. Min.
Yes, thank you. Before you, we have one resolution. I'd like to make a motion as the consent agenda.
Okay, second on that?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Tom Matarazzo.
Yes.
Stephanie Jane.
Yes.
Jason Kim.
Yes.
Rebecca Lee. John Madison.
Yes.
Yun Min. Yes. Jeffrey Wu.
Yes.
And Timothy Yang.
Yes.
Great. Student activities, field trips, Ms. Lee.
Before you, there's 3 resolutions. I'd like to move consent.
Great. Second on that?
I'll second.
Jeffrey, yes.
And any discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Thomas Matarazzo.
Yes.
Stephanie Jane.
Yes.
Jason Kim.
Yes.
Rebecca Lee. Yes. John Madison.
Yes.
Yun Min. Yes. Jeffrey Wu.
Yes.
Timothy Yang.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Old business. New business.
I would like to ask for 2 separate resolutions before I turn it over to the board attorney. First, I would ask the board to consider my submission of the state uniformed memorandum of agreement between the Palisades Park School District and the Palisades Park Police Department.
Do I have a motion on that?
Make a motion.
Second on that?
I'll
Not
second.
second.
Okay, any discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Thomas Matarazzo.
Yes.
Stephanie Jang.
Yes.
Jason Kim.
Yes.
Rebecca Lee.
Yes.
John Matisich.
I have to abstain.
Okay.
On this
I think
one,
you're
this
okay on
one's
this.
okay.
yeah, on this
Oh,
one,
I'm
you don't
sorry.
have to.
This is his state.
I say yes then.
You want abstaining now?
No, I'm
I'm
abstaining, yeah.
Okay,
I
you
thought it was, I
meant,
thought this
yes.
is the one we were doing.
No, you can abstain if you want.
No, no.
Okay,
You, wait and finish. Yuli Ming. Yes. Jeffrey Wu.
Yes.
Timothy Yang.
Yes.
Second, I'm going to ask the board to please consider my recommendation of a uniformed SRO in our Palisades Park schools. This is a local agreement, a memorandum of agreement was drafted between our attorney and the attorney of the Palisades Park Borough. I'm going to ask the board for consideration for approval, please.
I'd like to make a motion approving this with the modifications that Dr. Cirillo had established with the police department. Am I correct?
Sure. We can discuss those publicly, those individuals are here.
Very good. I'd like to make I'd like to resolve that. Second on that,
I'll second it.
any discussion?
Maybe the discussion should be before a vote?
We should do this
Yeah.
discussion right now with
Yes,
the,
call the vote.
the questions, that you had on. Here's your notes on it.
Sure. I have, okay, I have
You
a
do?
copy. Yeah, I have one right here. One of the questions was, I believe, SRO related to, that Dr. Cirillo put down, the SRO shall teach SRO class.
Yeah, so I'm gonna answer to the best of my ability based on my, meeting with Captain Muccio on Monday, and then if there's anything I leave out, Anthony, Muccio or Anthony Albanese are present tonight. So the courses, I'm assuming in the agreement, they speak to the SRO being able to potentially teach to colleagues in his own department, is that right?
That's correct.
Thank you.
Okay. Then it says here that, they will report to Captain Albanese, not to you?
No, Captain Albanese, he's in charge of operations for the police department. So, the plan is, if for some reason the SRO is gonna come in every morning around 7, he's gonna work from 7:30 to 3:30. He will, get a police car, he will call communications that he's on duty, and then he will go to the school.
Now, who determines where that placement will be for that day? Dr. Cirillo? Like he'll go to the school, with the high school, the Lindbergh, whatever?
We'll create a schedule that is not, for the record, without giving too many specifics, a schedule that is not, that is staggered, how about that? So he is not in the same place at the same time.
Right.
I don't wanna go too much into detail.
Right, he's gonna be covering through the schools.
Okay. Good.
Dr. Cyril.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Matters, on 1F, actually 1E, you had recommended, in addition to the 3 schools, the board office.
Oh, and the board office as well.
Captain Muccio, would you have a problem if we made some revisions here after a potential approval tonight? In the event the Board of Education office needed assistance, maybe I lost my mind one day, and Diane didn't feel safe.
Absolutely.
Could we call the SRO? Thank you, sir.
Let's say she sees someone suspicious out there and she just needs someone,
Absolutely.
good, okay.
Thank you.
Besides the employees that are there,
Can't see
that,
anybody suspicious, 'cause on
well,
cameras
I
it's
said
involved for 2
excluding the
years.
employees that are there. Okay, next thing was about the summer vacation. It says, times when the schools are on summer vacation. We have school in the summer. I don't know if
Is
that,
that something that the borough could maybe consider in the future?
Okay, we'll take a
Because the
look.
building is open for extended school year at Lindbergh and the Early Childhood Center. I think the board would maybe like to see maybe the SRO be available for half a day.
like he's still gonna be employed by the town during those months, or maybe you could send him over.
That's fine. 'cause
I just
he-
think, in reality, Anthony, I'm sorry, the agreement ends on June 30th,
That's
so it
correct.
doesn't speak to the summer, maybe that's why it wasn't mentioned.
And that's fine, we have no problem.
The
He's
new
gonna-
contract that maybe could
He's gonna be
be.
working during the summer with the borough, so if you have to put 4 hours at the school and then
Fine.
4 hours with us, that's fine.
Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. It says here, the agreement shall be from October 1st, 2019 to June 30th. Obviously, we're past, October 1st, so that will reflect, November, whatever it is.
I mean,
If approved, we'll start
Right.
tomorrow with a meeting, as I mentioned to you.
When approved, okay. On 2D, Junior Police Academy.
Yeah, what is that?
So we plan on, for the first time in Palisades Park, running a junior police academy. We're getting the ball rolling. Applications will be going out soon. We're waiting for the borough attorney to look over the application process. And then our officers will be getting that going. So we plan on for the 2 weeks, it's gonna be a 2-week program. We'll have him involved in that.
Would that be after school? Because the kids that are gonna be part of it will probably be in school all day anyway.
I don't know the exact hours. What time is the school?
Summer school normally ends around 12
No,
noon.
school during this year.
No, junior police academies are normally run in the summer
It's gonna be in the
months.
summer.
Oh, in the summer months,
Yes.
okay. So I know we have the summer session until about 1 o'clock.
12-ish.
Okay.
We can further discuss that.
Yes, and there's gonna be other officers involved in the junior police academy. He's just gonna help out. So
Yeah.
if it means, again, in the morning, he's in the schools, and then after
Right.
that, he goes to the junior police
Excellent.
academy, that's fine.
Okay.
Number 3, uniform.
Yeah, the uniform. I always liked the fact that, you know, if he was in a uniform, it seems just like putting a blank police car at the end of my block. Someone thinks and they slow up, you know, just the mere presence of that automobile makes them say, whoa.
Well, he's gonna have a police car.
In
He did
uniform.
he just did complete the training for
Mhm.
SRO school, and they highly recommend this type of uniform, so we're going with their recommendation.
Because
They feel it's a
I think they're
softer.
softer approach.
Okay.
As you see, weapons concealed, that's, again, we're going on their recommendations.
Okay. That, you answered the one about the joint insurance thing, so that's okay.
5, termination.
The termination, yes. 30-day notice, if let's say for some reason that we wanna terminate it sooner, we can, or you can.
I think, Anthony, if God forbid, what we're getting at here, an extenuating circumstance does exist. On the record, would you please reiterate that if I called you and said I do not want this individual in the building until further notice, would you comply?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
And it would be the board's attorney to, the board's recommendation, the attorney's recommendation to adopt the termination clause as it's presented.
Okay. Again, the joints we spoke about, and it says down here that all notices, demands, and other communications given here under shall be properly addressed to the borough administrator rather than to you.
Which one is that?
9,
Second to last page on the bottom, I believe.
number 9.
Captain.
So we communicate to the borough administrator, not to you or to Captain Albanese?
Well, you can certainly start with me, but I guess the borough administrator speaking on behalf of the borough, if there's any problems, the borough is, offering the service, but
Can I speak to that? Day-to-day communications will be with Captain Albanese and Dr. Cirillo or other designee from the Board of Education. Notices provisions in a clause such as this, a contract such as this, is regarding the contract itself, renewal, termination. Those notices are sent to the business administrator as a representative of the Borough of Palisades.
Okay, great. And the other thing was that this is an agreement between the borough and the Board of Education, rather than Dr. Cirillo. I mean, again, it doesn't matter to me, I don't care, you can put his name, but it says Dr. Cirillo rather than a member of the Board of Education.
okay, that was drawn up between
Yeah.
the borough attorney.
Yeah,
That's-
which
that's
again, I
fine.
don't really,
I mean,
My signature's not worth that much.
okay, I will change it to the president then. So, it's the attorney's request at this time to consider for a vote the MOA, or
right, we have the resolution.
Resolution.
It's already on the floor.
with modifications.
With the
as-
modifications,
as specified
which is
right
great, thank you. And I publicly, like I did at the last meeting, would love to thank the Board of, the Borough of Palisades Park for magnanimously giving this to us. I mean, if they wanna give us any more for the roofs or for fixing up of the schools, we'll take any monies that they want to donate to us. And this will be in addition to our security we already have. And I think it's a great step in what they're doing, and I appreciate it, and that's why I resolved it. So now the motion is on the floor.
We do
Any
have a
other
second.
discussion? Yeah, we have any other discussion? Those were just my concerns, which I went over everything. Okay, if not, roll call please.
Thomas Matarazzo.
Yes.
Stephanie Jang.
Yes.
Jason Kim.
Yes.
Rebecca Lee.
Yes.
John Matisich.
Unfortunately, it's the one I have to abstain.
Oh,
Recuse.
Recuse or recluse?
Recuse.
Young Min.
Yes.
Jeffrey Wall.
Yes.
Timothy Yang.
Yes.
Okay. Next item. Under new business.
There is a matter, special needs student, placement, controversy that developed, which required litigation. There's a settlement on that. The matter is captioned VA and PA on behalf of AA versus Palisades Park Board of Education. A settlement agreement has been provided to the members of the board. It basically provides for a max settlement of $13,500 with a present request for $10,731. As discussed in closed session, it is the board attorney's recommendation to adopt the settlement agreement or authorize the settlement agreement. So I would request a resolution approving the settlement agreement.
Do we have a resolution on that?
I'll make a motion to approve the settlement agreement.
Second on that?
Second.
Okay. Any discussion?
Stephanie Jang.
If not, roll call please.
Thomas Matarazzo.
No.
Stephanie Jang.
Yes.
Jason Kim.
Yes.
Rebecca Lee.
Yes.
John Matisich.
Yes.
Young Min.
Yes.
Jeffrey Wall.
Yes.
And Timothy Yang.
Yes.
Okay, next one, sir. Is that
That's
it?
That's it for me.
Any other new business? If not, audience participation. And please come up, state your name and address. Okay, is there a motion to open
I'll make a
audience
motion to
participation?
open audience participation.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, once again, any audience participation? Yes, ma'am.
Mary's Papoter. Hi, good night. So, we know that the referendum didn't pass. That's not news. I know 2 of the board members didn't vote in favor of the referendum, and I respect that. But the rest of the members of our school who represent us as a member of the Board of Education did anything to how the referendum passed, except Dr. Cirillo. Why I say that? Because when we was the day of the election day, I was expecting to see face and there to represent the board member. I was going to different place of the board, school, and I didn't see none of those of you guys represent us and what we presenting. It was from the Democratic people from town against the referendum. I don't know why, but against the referendum, that it was doing bad promotion for the referendum not to pass, not to go, not let the people from Palisades Park decide for themselves. Because I understand the town could be against the referendum, but they cannot force the people and make campaign against what we need. They don't have, most of those people don't have kids in school like me. But I didn't see none of the members there saying, why you giving this flyer away? Why you not want the referendum? It's okay. If they don't want it, people don't want it, we cannot force them. But I think we as a person, we didn't see none of the members and they represent us because the parent wasn't gonna go and stand in there. No, even when we went there, I don't see nobody. So nothing was doing for the referendum to pass. So how we expect that the referendum pass? And it's something that's so urgent. And I'm standing here right now because I feel so hurt. My daughter is an A+ student, and my daughter on a Wednesday morning from 2 weeks ago, and since that time I've been very down, telling me, I was getting ready to go to school, and everybody know I work in the school. It was time for me to come. And I see that she wasn't ready. She always ready than me. And I said, what happened? Why you not ready? You feel sick? She said, I don't want to go to school. When she told me that, my heart went down. And as a parent, everybody here have a kid, know the feeling. I said, why? What happened? I didn't have time, but I said, I need to have time for her to tell me what is it. Something happened in school. She said, I don't want to go to school. I said, why? She said, because it's Wednesday and I have computer today. I said, why? You don't like that class? She said, no. There's 40 kids in that class. And when I go there, I'm standing. Do you know how I feel as a mother when a kid told you that? I said, you need to go to school. But at the same time, I said, I don't blame her. Because if I'm going to be here for a whole period, standing, and not be doing nothing, not be productive like she told me, she said, I feel like I'm wasting my time the whole entire period. This is a problem that we have in this town. And I was all day long, after I work here, around checking the place where we were voting, and I see they was giving away the flyer not to the referendum. Tell people how to vote. Not to vote for the referendum, not let the community decide for themselves. Not let the community who have kids like me have a new school. We need this place. You know how I feel when my daughter is always like going to school in a place that is leaking, in a place that has mold. Like, it's incredible.
I think everyone is in agreement with, we want to fix the schools badly.
I
I'm sorry,
understand, but it
3 minutes.
wasn't doing anything
Okay.
for that.
sorry.
Naris, and again, I don't wanna
I
defend the
just want to
board.
answer, I was at the polls, especially at the high school, for 6 hours, and I seen you and your husband pass by a couple of times. Yes, I was there. I can't say, different people were at different districts, but like I said, we were there, and we tried our best. So because I was in favor of it, I proposed it and I was in favor to pass this referendum.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, we had too much opposition.
And I know.
Based on legal attorney,
I will
we
speak
can't
to that.
have a